What does self worth mean to you? For many people, self worth could look different. And I think most importantly, what we need to know what self worth is not letting your time, emotions, mainly time, that's a big one, being played with, because I feel like when people know that they have time advantage over you, or you're waiting on them, or you're dependent on them, that's where a lot of people get hurt, you know, putting in time but not seeing any progress, or this relationship is potentially not going anywhere, especially like when people are in talking stages and time is being wasted. You could be talking to somebody for, I don't know, a couple weeks. And you guys still haven't went and hung out actually. Everything is just over the phone. Everything is over social media, you know? And then they sit up there and tell you that they're not ready for a relationship, and if that's what it is, respect. But then these same people that would say that will pop out with somebody. And so it just makes you feel a certain type of way. And I feel like we all been victim to it. Even if it's not about relationships, we gotta go past that even. Because you know what I like to do on this channel? I like to think bigger. Any situation that seems small, there's always a bigger intention behind it. Life is not happening to us. It's happening for us. And we also have to look at these situations as lessons and opportunities to grow, you know? So I'm never angry at the type of people that have made me feel a certain way, but I know that it has made me stronger. I'm talking about the good people or the bad people that has been in my life. But there's a season for everybody. Some people's not meant to stay in your life. Even when you want something to work, the Most High knows what is best for you. Now I'm talking spiritually, and his time is impeccable, man. And when he says it's time for somebody to go, it's time for somebody to go. And that way new opportunities open up. But you have to be very vigilant. You can't be naive, you can't be asleep. You have to have your eyes open when you're looking at these things. You got to be an observer of life. You can't let life just happen to you. You can't just be living. See, life is very adventurous, but it could also be very scary. It definitely is both because it's so unexpected. But life is a beautiful thing, but a lot of times people make it hard, you know? And with that being said, like not knowing what next person action is, it even says in the word not to trust man, you know? Trust them so wholeheartedly that like you're dependent on him. You think he's perfect and you think he will never hurt you. But at the end of the day, we're all people. And we are definitely capable of hurting each other, even if we're not trying to. But let's get back on topic, talking about self-worth and how that correlates. Self-worth, man, is walking away from situations and certain people that you know has no benefit to your life whatsoever. It's a hard thing to do, especially if you love this person or this someone. Let that be family, friends, or even a relationship and a person that you built so much time with, or you guys hold so much time with. But self-worth does not mean where you're selfish. I feel like some people get that mixed up, where you're selfish and you're always putting yourself first, right? In some situations, you do have to put yourself first, for sure. But the selfish part, nah. I like to look at it more as taking care of your peace, your mental, and also your physical. Because a lot of times when you have to walk away from something, it's hurting you in some way. Letting that be stress, anger. You're feeling all these different types of emotions, but not positive ones, you know? And 9 times out of 10, I'm happy that I have walked away from certain situations and certain people and certain someones. Because it's like a lot of the people that I'm talking about, one, they didn't want to see you grow. Two, it seemed like they were trying to change who you are because they don't agree with how you do things, or they want you to do things the way that they do. And that's not you. Where's the authenticity in that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you can't vibe with me because I'm being who I am, who I was called to be, then why should you be in my life? Now, you guys have seen in many of my videos, I have a sign up there that says, if you don't climb the mountain, you can't see the view, right? And just by that little paragraph, it says so much. Each day that you wake up, you're climbing the mountain when you get to it. There is no off days, man. You can't really take days off. I don't believe in wasting days like either, and it's always something new to achieve. It's always something new to learn. Do you get what I'm saying? And when people are blocking that from you, or there's obstacles in life that is blocking that from you, you have to walk away in the other direction. And in this case of this analogy, you have to stop pulling them up. Because it's like once you pull them up, they're bringing you down with them. Especially if it's someone that you really love and wouldn't think that this person would do this to me. It leaves you stagnant for a little bit. It hurts a lot. But you have to continue to keep climbing. And you have to learn from your mistakes as you go. You know? So yeah, that's why I'm naming this video Self-Worth, and why it's important that you know yours. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have boundaries to set with other people, they're going to make their own rules for you. And you're not going to like them very much. This is why also controlling your own emotions is very big. I made a video on this too. Because if you don't control your own emotions, somebody else will use your emotions against you. This is a very serious game, man. Very serious. Life is not a game, but you know what I'm saying. Other people do look at it like a game. And that's okay, man. We have to stay focused. We have to stay serious. The name of this channel is Chase Your Dreams. And many people, many obstacles in life tries to dim that light. Other people try to tell you that your dream is unachievable. And that is exactly my fuel of why I wake up every morning and I get to it. And I do what I do. I continue to keep learning. I continue to keep on creating. Because I know one day, just one day, literally all it takes is one opportunity to open up for me. And it doesn't necessarily mean that life is going to change for me in this drastic way. Nothing really has to change for you if you don't want it to. But change is within you. Change is within you. And especially with the Most High's alignment. But I hope you learned something from this video. Took my words into consideration. And maybe see it as motivation or a guide. But that's what I woke up with on my heart this morning. And to anybody watching, I just want to say thank you for listening and never stop learning, man. Peace. Catch y'all on the next one.